Hey everybody, welcome. It's week 1 of English 110. My name is Jackie Pierce. I am your instructor for the next 8 weeks at Post University. And each Monday, I will be coming to you in a video very much like this to talk about what to do this week. I call them my weekly walkthrough videos, and in each of them, we'll go over all of the things that you need to do during the unit, including going into depth sometimes on the assignments, going over any potential pitfalls that students may miss, like little requirements that you may miss. I've been teaching this course for several years now, and so I kind of get a sense of, where there might be confusion and all of those things. So please join me every Monday. Make this a part of your week. Make it a habit. It really does help. I have students all the time tell me that watching the videos before they tackled the assignments made it so much easier. So please, please, please make this little thing a part of your week every time before you tackle the assignments, because I promise you it will help. All right, so one of the things that we'll do each week is look at the course. So let's go ahead and open the course. When you come into your courses in Blackboard for Post, you will be on the announcements page. So in addition to reading or viewing videos in all the announcements, note that the announcements are also sent to your email accounts. It is so important when you're a student to check your student email. I know it's hard sometimes to remember to do that, but very much like watching these videos every Monday, it's just something that you need to add to your calendar. If you need a reminder, make yourself a reminder. I rely on email. The school relies on email. And it's just like having a job. Many jobs come with their own email addresses that you have to check regularly. It's the same principle. So while you're a student at Post, make sure that you are actively using your Post student email, including to contact your instructors. We're going to talk about the materials that are over on the left-hand side. And you'll notice that one of them is Ask the Instructor. This link will take you to a discussion board where you can post questions and I will answer them. But remember, that's a discussion board. It's not the same as a private email. So if you have a question about an assignment, like what are we supposed to be doing? What's the deal? By all means, post it on the Ask the Instructor board. But if you have a question about your personal performance in the course, like I don't understand why I got this grade, or I am running late with something and I need an extension, that's not something the rest of the class needs to know about. So you should email me. All right. And I'm going to put some reminders about that in the announcement with this video. But just keep that in mind. This link for Ask the Instructor will take you to a discussion board, not to my private email. Meet Your Instructor, on the other hand, will give you a link to my email and my office hours and all those other things. So part of your assignment this week is to check all these out. So I'm not going to open each one of them, but I'm going to give you a little, here's what you're going to find there sort of thing. Course information is essentially like reading a syllabus. Okay, you're taking a course. This is going to tell you all of the units. It's going to give you links to all of the formal writing assignment sheets. Those are really helpful. We'll go over each one as they come, but if you want to take a look at all of the assignments that you're going to be doing, you can look at those, you can open them, you can save them, you can print them. And I do highly recommend that you at least save the assignment sheets as we get to them. You don't have to do it all at once, but if you wanted to take a look at all of them up front, you certainly can under course information. Below that, we've got some information about workshops. For both English 110 and English 107, Post is offering a set of workshops starting in week 2. Now, I'm going to be doing the workshops that are aimed at English 107. You guys are welcome to attend those as well. And my 107 students are welcome to attend the ones aimed more at 110. They are done over Microsoft Teams and they are done on Wednesday nights. Now, the 107 ones start at 6 p.m. and the 110 ones start at 7 p.m. So if you wanted to attend both, you certainly can. You can find all the topics, the information, the links, and all that right here. But check those out, and they really are helpful. You can get some kind of almost one-on-one help live with an instructor. In my case, it'll be the ones for 107, but I've met the great instructor who's running the ones for 110 too, and she's awesome. Below that, you will have the units, and we're going to talk about Unit 1 today. So let's go ahead and open it. In each unit, the setup is roughly the same. You have an overview. You have a readings and resources folder, and you'll notice it even looks like a folder. So this has stuff in it. This is not all that's there. Then you have your graded assignments. In this week, you have two. You have two every week in English 110. The first one is always a discussion board. And then the second one is either a formal writing assignment, which it is this week, or it's what's called a knowledge check, which is basically a test. 10-question test. You can take it multiple times. So a low stress test. That's why they call it a knowledge check and not a test. And then you have one last little, like, here's what's coming in the following week. You want to take these in the order that they come each week. So very, very important. You shouldn't be doing assignments that you're going to be graded on until after you've learned the materials. I call it learn before you earn. So I'm not going to read the overviews to you. You should read them. I'm not going to read all the readings and resources to you. You should read them. But I will go through each week and point out what you need to be looking at before you tackle the assignments. So this is it. The overview, of course, is fairly self-explanatory, but it is going to give you kind of a task list for the week. So you've got the activities down here. Think of that as kind of a to-do list. Next, you have the readings and resources. And like I said, I cannot stress enough how important it is to open this folder and do everything that's inside of it. It's the equivalent of if you were taking a class in person. This is the equivalent of your homework. Like, read this chapter, view this video. This is where you do the learning. So you've got this week an introduction to personal writing. We're going to learn about description and narration. We're going to use those in the first writing assignment. So you need to know what those are before you tackle the writing assignment. This section will talk about understanding the assignment, and you always have usually at least one activity, which is right here, and one video. When you get to the activities, you will notice when you click on the link that it is a whole module itself. This will lead you through step by step. Just follow the directions and you will learn good things. Then, of course, you have a video. They're always very short, way shorter than my videos because I tend to go on and on. And then you have a section on APA. APA formatting is one of many documentation systems that colleges use. In high school, you may have written papers using MLA, or the Modern Language Association style. APA stands for the American Psychological Association. And Post uses APA because it's applicable to almost any subject matter. MLA can be as well, but MLA is more based in the humanities, English, things of that nature. So we're going to be using APA, and I'm going to be showing you how to do it. I'm going to be giving you additional tools each week, including my own documents that can serve as templates for the assignment. But you do have an APA template right here. If I click on this, you will see that I hope you can still see it, downloaded something for me. And then I can save it on my computer and use it as a template. You also have some information about how to submit your assignments on Blackboard, but that's one of the things that I will show you each week in the video. So we'll skip over that for right now. All right, back to the unit. We have the discussion board first. This is your introductory discussion board, and you will notice that it has instructions. You're going to be writing 2 paragraphs. It's very important to follow the directions. If it says write a paragraph, write a paragraph. If it says write an essay, write an essay. You want to make sure that you are giving as much detail as it's asking for. And in this case, it asks for 2 full paragraphs. The first one is your own introduction. Introduce yourself to the class. After reviewing the assignments listed on the course information page, write a brief explanation of about how you plan to use your time management skills from your first 2 classes to help you complete your written assignments. Then share your feelings regarding writing coming into the class. In the second paragraph, you're going to write a descriptive and narrative paragraph. It's really more descriptive, but we're going to use narrative in the big assignment. So write descriptively using the 5 sentences about one place that has influenced you in a positive way. You should use descriptions and details to paint a clear picture of this place. It could be as simple as a room in your home. Some people get overwhelmed by that and think they have to write about some grand vacation they took. Absolutely not. It can be literally as easy as something like, oh, I like this particular park and I go sit on this bench sometimes. Like, it does not have to be anything grand. When you are ready to post, you click on the link and Elizabeth, shout out to Elizabeth, has already posted hers. In order to post, you click the create thread. You're going to put your introduction here with the subject. So let's put this as sample intro. And then you're going to write your 2 paragraphs. So I'm going to do a self-introduction here. Oops, I can't spell this morning. Okay, and so my second paragraph would be my descriptive paragraph. I am going to do a really short one. You probably want to make yours a little bit longer, but again, I'm typing in front of you, so I don't want to spend my whole life. I don't want you to spend your whole morning just looking at me typing. So let me do a quick introduction here, quick post. Okay, so I'm just going to make this short, sweet, and to the point, but you will write a description. So talking you through it, I would probably describe the couch, the cool air temperature, the Disney art that's on the walls of the rumpus room, something along those lines to really flesh it out. The other thing that you can do, and this is by no means a requirement, but I love when people will share a photo of either themselves, or in this case, maybe if it's a room in your house, just take a photo of it. But I feel like in the introductory discussion board, it's really nice to get to know people. And part of getting to know people is seeing them. So I'm going to post a photo of me and one of the three dogs. This is Indiana Skywalker Jones. He is now 2 years older than he was in this photo, but he is still just as cute if you look at that face. I mean, come on. You don't have to post a picture, but if you want to, that's how you do it. It's super easy. You click on the little plus sign, insert a local file, and upload a picture. So I'm going to put his picture in it just because, you know, it adds to. All right. So that's it. That's my discussion board. This particular week, you do not have to, you are not required to respond to each other. You are going to have to in all the others. So it's a good habit to get into now. Eventually you'll be, starting in week 2, you'll be responding to at least 2 other students each week. So you may want to get started with that now. You will know how you fared on all of your assignments by looking at the rubric, and you have access to it both before you submit and you'll get it back with a grade. So make sure you're reviewing the assignments and the rubrics each time. We'll go over them, but this is where you would find that. For the first discussion, it's only these first 2. After that, you will also be graded on whether you posted on time, whether you respond to each other, and how detailed and helpful those responses to others were. So take a look at those. Make sure that you review them for each one. Now, it's even more important for the formal writing assignments, because this sheet here, Unit 1 Assignment Complete Instructions and Grading Rubric, is where you will learn all of the requirements of your assignment. Normally, I do not read things to you, but I am going to read this one to you. And in future ones, we'll go over the hey, people forget this all the time. So in this unit, you learned about the elements of narrative and descriptive essays. Now you will write 1 paragraph that makes use of strong descriptive phrasing of a person or place. The locations and characters in a movie or setting often are compelling because they resonate with the viewer. In your paragraph, you will show how one character or location is significant to you. So you can pick any character from a movie or a TV series, or the location, the setting. So, for example, my favorite movie of all time is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I might choose Charlie. I might choose Willy Wonka. I might choose Grandpa Joe, who I sometimes have a problem with because he could have got out of that bed a lot sooner. But anyway, or maybe I want to focus on a location instead of a person. So I could describe that chocolate room, which is just, as a kid, that was my favorite thing of all time. So write 1 paragraph about your favorite character or location from a movie. Consider the following questions when writing this paragraph. What about this character or location makes it so significant? So why do you care? Why does it stand out to you, or they stand out to you? And how would you describe that character or location to someone who has not seen the movie? So this is where description comes into place again. So for example, if I was describing Willy Wonka, I would talk about his purple suit. I would talk about his top hat when he comes out. I would talk about how he does the little flip when he comes out before he opens the gate, because that reveals something about his character, that sort of thing. If I was going to focus on a location instead, I would focus on the background. The Oompa Loompas working in the background, the little yellow brick road kind of thing that runs through it, et cetera, et cetera. So you are going to need to do your formal writing assignments in APA style, which is why they gave you a template. I'm also going to, bear with me just a second because I forgot to open the document in advance. Let me find it. I have too many documents on my computer, so sometimes it takes me a minute to find things. But I will be providing you with, your own with another template that you can use that is in APA format, but I want to go over what that looks like here with you so that you will see what this particular assignment looks like. All right, so let me share that as well. All right, so let me switch here. All right, so APA format, you will have a cover page always. On the cover page, you will have the title, it's in bold. You will have your first and last name. Let me highlight these so you can see it. Your first and last name. Directly below that, and everything is double spaced, by the way. Directly below that, it'll say English Department, Post University. Below that, English 110. Below that, my full name, and then the date. So, of course, it will not be May 7th. This week's stuff is due. I'm going to change that for you so it's already ready. This week's stuff is due on July 2nd. So let's change that. That way it'll be ready for you. You'll also notice that the header is already there. The only thing that goes in a header in APA right now is a page number. And so again, this is all already set up for you. You don't need to do any of it. You'll just type over your name, make a new title, and you'll then begin the paragraph here on page 2. Now you'll notice this page, this essay, this document does not have a works cited or a bibliography or a references page. We will be using reference pages on all the upcoming assignments, but this one you're just writing from your own memory. So you're going to write your paragraph right here. Okay. Easy peasy. So I will save this and I'm going to give this to you in the announcements so that you have it. You can just open it up and click on it and start using it. You don't have to worry about how to get everything set up. The APA template that we saw before is similar, but it does have the references and all that. So if you use this one, it's already set up for this particular assignment. So I think it'll help you. All right. Once you are done with the document, you will have saved it on your computer. It is necessary. I'm not even going to say it's important to try. It is necessary to create your formal writing assignments on a computer. It can be a laptop, can be a desktop. It cannot be a mobile device. Please, please, please do not try to do your formal papers on your phone or a tablet. You can do the introductory discussion board on it, but when it comes time to do the formal assignment each week, make sure that you get to a computer. If you have no access to a computer, you have to get access. You're in an online class, so you have to have access. If you are temporarily without a computer, then you should do what I always used to do when I would visit my parents who never had computers or internet, and that is go to a public library. Okay, so you have to have a computer to create these assignments. It's just an absolute necessity. There is a reminder here about how to submit the assignment on Blackboard, but I'm going to show you as well. So you click on the link and you upload the file. You do not use create submission. You can do it that way, but you're not going to be able to have any control over what it looks like, and you're not going to get points for it. You're not going to get any formatting points for it if you just click on create submission. You always want to upload the file. You have to find it. So I'm going to use the one that I just did. And then you click on, I agree to submit my paper to the global reference database, and then you click submit. It has to be an uploaded document. It cannot just be typed in a box. Okay. So please keep that in mind. That is one of the things that's hard to get used to for students, but it has to be done. And it's no different than if you were working at a job where you had to create documents in Word. It's the same principle. You do have access to Microsoft 365 as a post student. If you have not gotten that set up yet, and you don't know how, I would talk to your academic advisor and see if they can hook you up with somebody who can walk you through it. Computers are not my specialty. I can help you create a Word document, but as far as getting Word loaded onto your computer and all that, that is a little bit beyond my stroke of genius. My computer is hearing me. Oh, because I said the word computer. Sorry. Our Alexa in this room is called computer. Anyway, you can do it. You will do it. You've got this. I will be here to help you. So please check out everything in this week's unit before you do the assignments. And don't forget to reach out if you have questions. There won't be any of those workshops this week. They're just in weeks 2 through 7. So, nothing to sign into this week, but they will start up next week. So I'll remind you about that in next week's walkthrough. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a great week 1, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions. Thanks, everybody. Take care.